Let's talk about Declan Rice. Now, the reason we're talking about Declan Rice, one of the reasons we just heard from Stuart Pearce saying he's going to be, or he's better than Roy Keane. I think that's what he said. That's a hell of a statement. Listen, I love Roy Keane. I see them as two completely different players. Declan Rice bombs forward a lot more, scores more goals. Roy Keane was a destroyer in the middle of the park, was a bulldog. I don't see them as similar players at all. No. There's no doubt in Declan Rice's talents. I think he's going to be the next England captain. Our producer Joe said in our meeting that what he would do now is take the captaincy away from Harry Kane and give it to Declan Rice for the next 10 years, whatever it is. And then you and I got into a chat about how important the role is for a captain in the world of football compared to other things like cricket, which of course you're very famous for. But it's not, the captaincy role in football isn't as big as it is perhaps in other sports. But I think it can make the difference. I think when you're playing for a captain like Roy Keane... If you react to that sort of captain, it all depends. There's so many different personalities in a football team. We're not all the same personality. No. And some people will react to a certain type of leadership. Some won't. So Roy Keane, as good as he was for a very successful winning team with an unbelievable manager behind him, right, was perfect for Manchester United at that time because he got the message across that Sir Alex set standards in training. Roy Keane, his captain, was exactly the same on the pitch. That worked because the players reacted to Sir Alex and Roy Keane mirrored his manager. Yeah. So that worked. So he was a good captain? Yes, for Manchester United, but they were a winning team anyway. So it can make a difference having a great captain? I think no matter who would have captained Manchester United at that time, I still think they would have won. I think Roy Keane's a fantastic footballer. Yeah. But you don't think the role he did as a captain... Of course it's important. But did it make a difference? It might have done to certain players, but it might not have done to other players. That's my point. See, I think in football, I honestly believe a captain is more of a motivator, a bit of a motivator. Yeah. Because he doesn't make any on-field decisions. I love people coming in and telling me they do. They don't. They can't. They can't sit back and get a breath in the game and think, let me just have a look at the formation here. No, but that's never been the role of a captain. No, but you'll get someone who will say, oh, yeah, they do. They can do this. No, they can't. They can shout orders and say, move, run, get in position, get back. They can say all that, the simple messages. But what do they do? You see in the interviews. And sometimes I just think, dear me, that's the captain. In what regard? Well, I just think sometimes they give the captaincy in football to the players to the highest paid or the senior player or... Someone that's marketable. Yeah, I get that. Do you think the role of captain for England then is a big deal? I think it's the same. You do? You don't think it matters if it's Harry Kane, if it's Declan Rice, if it's going back Brian Robson? I think it's Italy, didn't it? It used to give the captaincy, or I think it was Italy. Most experienced player, most cap player. Did it make a difference? I think it makes a huge difference. You look at some great captains: John Terry, Tony Adams, Roy Keane, Paolo Maldini. But you're only a great captain if your team's winning. Just remember that. If your team's winning, but you might be the reason why you're winning. It's the team. Okay, let me ask you this. The team's the biggest thing. Let me ask you this: would Chelsea have been as successful if they didn't have John Terry as captain? Would Liverpool have been as successful, and they were in Europe, if they wouldn't have had Steven Gerrard? Would Man United have been as successful without Roy Keane? I think the answer to all of that is no. Yeah, because Gerrard would still lead by being on the pitch. Sometimes, and I've been in dressing rooms where this has happened, where the captain is probably not as knowledgeable as someone else in the team, but they haven't got that drive. What? Tactics? They can't get it across. Right. Their passion as well as someone else can get. But you would have played under a better captain and played worse under a worse captain, right? Yeah. Well, so that goes to show how important the role of a captain is. Well, no, but the captains, in my sport, you're only we do everything. The captain does so much, right? And has to make some very important decisions during game time that can affect the game. Same in rugby. It happens in rugby where the captain has to make a lot of decisions and they live and die by those decisions. They're the ones who get the boot. In football, it's the manager. Right, the captain gets no blame. The captain gets no blame in football whatsoever. No, but that's just the role of the captain. How many times does a captain lose his job? No, never happens. In football? No. We're not making you captain anymore.
No, but the role's totally different. Football compared to cricket.
Coin and said, "Oh, we'll kick with a win."
No, see, I think they do more than that. I think they motivate players.
Maybe he can motivate by shouting at his teammates.
No, but also there'll be some captains that players will run through brick walls for. There'll be the other captains that do virtually nothing.
Comes from the manager.
I personally would have performed a lot better under Roy Keane.
Came from the manager.
You would have done.
I would for Roy Keane. Roy Keane would have been a good leader for me.
I wouldn't want to let him down.
I'd react to his personality. Absolutely.
But I don't see that with Harry Kane. I don't see the players would live and die.
We don't see him in the dressing room though, do we?
No, but even on the field, you don't see him.
Well, you don't when he does the interviews. You don't think, dear me, that'd lift me. I think he does poor interviews. But I thought Wayne Rooney used to do poor interviews, and he was a captain.
Would you have Declan Rice as the England captain?
I don't think there's any point in chasing it. I think anybody could go captain England. I think Maguire could captain. I think Maguire could captain. I think Kane could captain. I think Rice could captain.
Could anyone?
I think Rashford. I think Sterling.
Pickford.
I think Pickford. Yes, I do.
Makes no difference.
I don't think it makes. Well, we might be talking minute difference.
But could that be the minute difference? We got to the final of the Euros. We lost on pens. Better captain.
So why change Kane then?
No. I'm asking. Why are people? I'm asking. Would a better captain have made that minute difference?
But why is somebody saying now, stop Kane being captain when we just got to the final and the semi-final?
No, but if you're saying it can be a minute difference, that difference might be the difference between winning and losing. It might. If it's 1%, that's surely better.
Okay, so we give Rice the captaincy, and listen, I don't mind that. I think he is a very impressive young man. Absolutely. I think he's a top footballer and very impressive, very intelligent. But if he goes into the next tournament and everybody's saying he's the man to captain, and we get knocked out in the group stages.
No, I'm
not. Is he a bad captain?
No, I'm not.
I'm just asking a question. Is he a bad captain?
No, of course not.
No, he's not.
No, of course not. Let me just ask.
So he's down to the team.
Let me ask the question. There's 4 people in the question. Who would make Declan Rice a New England captain? 1, 2, 3. Fell at the back when no one knows what he does.
Sorry, Kane, but you score goals for fun and we get to finals and that, but you're not the man for me. Is that what it is?
Well,
he's not the man. Does he toss the coin wrong?
Oh, look. God,
I'll tell you what, heads, tails. We'll kick with a win, boss.
I think it makes a difference who the England captain is. I think it makes a difference who any captain in any football side is. I think it's totally different in cricket. I don't think you compare the two. Let's put it out there to you lot. England or football captain, does it make a difference at your club? 03717223344. This is Drive on talkSPORT.